here. We're here again. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Last time, we climbed up the entirety of the World Tree and did so much more. This time, we've made it to Elysium for the second time. And there's surprisingly a lot going on here. I want to open up with the thrilling topic.
Where's the greenery? The water? Birdsong?
This is a really funny line.
There's nothing.
I laughed the first time I heard it. I don't know if that was intentional, but just the way that it goes, where's the greenery? Water, birdsong! That's how dramatically he says birdsong. It's a funny line. I didn't want to break the tension the first time, so I didn't. But I'll laugh at it all I want at New Game Plus. You can be sure of that. That feels good. Lots and lots of out-of-bounds tips about this place. There's certain ways that one can jump at walls and phase through stuff and get out of bounds that way. With these bugs, you can see Elysium is fit together into one big interconnected area, even though you never fully explore all of it. The downtown area in the distance is huge and way more detailed than I expected, or more detailed than they even needed to make it. There's all sorts of cool views that would take way too long to get into. You can actually explore the conduit room, and it really does connect to the view of the conduit behind Klaus, where it's at a 90-degree angle from it. Everything fits together, even the stuff that's exclusive to cutscenes. If this is counted, the interior of the Marsanis is the only location that you can see but never go to. Nia had the definitive Xenoblade 2 experience because she lived on it once. I'm so happy for her finally getting something in this wretched existence she calls life. As much as I've sung praises of the ending act of this game and so many things that I love about it, it's time for me to talk about a complaint that I have, something that I think is pretty a shame and shameless reusing of assets to the point where it did take me out of the experience the first time because I just kind of went really at it. Over there is a street sign. And over here is a treasure trove that I don't believe I found. Specials, level 4 specials plus 4, huh? If I look at this street sign up close, it is exactly the same street sign that we saw in Moritha. What, do they mean to imply that you stick your car on a space elevator and then because it just goes straight up, the freeway continues in space? I don't know, I've seen like roads go on for a long time, but that's a stretch. Nice pun, subconscious. Yeah, I don't buy it. I think this is really stupid and I wish it wasn't this way so that we could possibly have more details on what Elysium was in its heyday. I've mentioned that while I call Union Sword and Nexus Force level 5 specials because they're a whole step beyond doing a level 4, that they're considered level 4s internally and equipment that buffs level 4 still works in them. That might not have always been the case. There is an unused icon for level 5 specials hidden within the game. Seems at least something was going to be a level 5 special at one point or another, and that seems like a good candidate. I also have to complain, I don't like how all of Elysium gets the hasty music. It is important to come back here for a few quests, and similar to Temperantia, just feeling like it's rushing you all the time because it plays essentially a cutscene song, it doesn't work all that well. This song, The Abandoned City, I think is what it's called, fits Elysium a lot better, and I wish that it continued to play. Klaus's area could have had the hasty theme because you'd be going there naturally to fight the final boss again. The city, though, doesn't fit with it, and I'm happy that we get to hear the original song again. It was actually my wish that we would get Florin before our first visit and get him up to level 5, so that we would have this atmospheric music alongside that heart-to-heart and have that with the mystery of being here for the first time.
Is that it?
That was my last wish in this playthrough, and I freaking got it.
Mental attack.
While fighting our friends, this battle theme is called Flashback. It's okay, but it's notable because few players have ever heard this track all the way through. You see at level 99, I'm struggling to stay alive against Nia.
Time
They gave me Godfrey. What, do you want me to lose?
I can keep going.
I'm just gonna anchor shot over and over again. Oh, I don't have art recharge. Crap, this is bad. I got avant-garde metal. I'm fine. I'll just anchor shot over and over again so you can hear it. Because when you get going in these battles, they're over pretty fast. If you're gonna lose these fights, you're probably gonna lose them quickly, where they just gang up on you and there's not much you can do. There's not a time where these fights take long. The only place that it plays in a cutscene is in Perun's quest, where it doesn't finish. And short snippets of it play in Percival's quest's ending and in Blade Sharp Memory. For starters, not everyone's gonna get Perun. Second, all of these scenes end before the song does.
I missed.
Try to keep it up.
Anchor shot. Ha!
Everything
Eagle
we've
eye.
done. It's all
One shot.
Let me
One
take it.
Gotcha. Ah!
Since when does Nia have a topple art? Why can't I get that on Nia? She only gets it on her Great Axe set, which I would never use.
Rex. We finally
Level
got
4
everything
special.
we've got.
Is this to your liking? Outward break.
Sacred arrow.
Super rescue.
I can still fight.
Ouch, that was a one-hit KO.
Why did you
Oh, I didn't make Nia fight herself with Blade, Nia. That's the only fighting yourself thing that I didn't do. I was gonna be like, face your true self, Nia! And stuff like that.
Come on then, Rex.
Having come so far, I think it's time that I earned a bit of a fourth wall break and I tell you about something that I just read in my notes. I wrote to myself to read at this point in the story, I hope I was surprised by whatever the hell Newt is. I knew the name Newt, but I didn't know anything else about her when doing research for this. I wanted to be surprised. Oh yeah, because they're actually their levels, you can be a troll and just level everyone down to level 1 before this fight. Not sure if speedrunners of the New Game Plus category do that, but it's super funny that that's even allowed. It's just, yeah, I've been around the block more than once, guys. I know you're about to stab me in the back, so let's just make it so that you're gonna tweeze me in the back instead. Remember a long time ago when I told you about an audio glitch I had where I'd left the game on for too long, it got unstable, and the audio skipped in a cutscene, and characters were yelling over each other, and it was playing like 3 or 4 voice clips at a time, and there was clipping going on? Yeah, happened my first time meeting the architect as well. I'm so glad that that got worked on after in the day 1 patch, because it's a way that nobody deserved to play this game. I viewed it as my entry fee for getting to play this game a month early. It was so sad that a cutscene like that was ruined by it. I immediately went into the events theater and watched it again after rebooting. When dealing with the architect, there's this cool artwork of him. You never see him like this standing up, and it shows his other half and how he fits together. Before we go on, we know to turn around and get that really good treasure chest that has a lot of core crystals in it that'll make our job farming later a lot easier.
You're all mine.
So nice, I'm grabbing it twice. Oh, it had, well, 2 good core crystals in it. Same thing.
Let us go.
Before we go on to our final battle, there are new things said by Pittman and the others. I think Reese and his pals will turn out to be fine salvagers, just like you, Rex. Trust me, I've seen a lot of salvagers in my time, and these guys have potential. I've only been letting them use the normal cylinders. They still managed to haul in some Titan quartz. That right there shows they got some salvager sense. They're always a bit worse for wear, though, thanks to all the angry Crabble and Lysat that drag along with them. So it is canon that Rex really is grabbing dragons and hauling them up with him for no good reason at all. And he even dots at the end there, I just realized that. Hey, Reese and his gang are really coming along. They can go salvaging without supervision now and all. Tora's celebrating. We'd never have discovered raw talents like theirs if you hadn't got... What the hell are you people doing? You got a real eye for people, Rex. In any case, we've got a bunch of promising up-and-coming salvagers for your trouble, and for that, I'm grateful. Edgar in Torrigoth. Getting more and more refugees from Morardain. Apparently, Indal sank beneath the clouds of Morardain and Uriah and flooded with refugees from there. That influx has got some Ardanians. Oh. Okay. I talked to this guy every single chapter because this was not the most popular request, but one I got at least a few times. And I could never get him to say the thing that people wanted, no matter when I talked to him. Paraphrasing from a comment that I got about this, filling in the blanks of Nia's backstory. Nia's father was the Lord of Ekel that we heard mentioned near the beginning of the story when we brought up Nia to one of the locals. He was a wealthy man, and he had a daughter that fell ill, and he ended up going bankrupt, losing his fortune, trying desperately to get a hold of core crystals that contain strong healer blades in order to save her. This also explains how he had Nia and Dromark as his blades, as Dromark was originally his and Nia later resonated with him after becoming a flesh eater.
Do it.
It's time for that final heart-to-heart, the one that gives a crap ton of trust to everyone present in the party. I was super careful about my picks, but I've gone with Mithra, Mikhail, Sever, Dromark, Fiora, Perdido, Shulk, Poppy Buster, Newt. I had second thoughts about this one, but I think I'm gonna keep it. Obviously Tora, and then Pandoria, Akos, and Dagus. I had just enough blades that needed to work on their trust that I could do this.
But we indeed.
That.
But we're not.
We're right.
This may.
When
This is.
Yeah! Rank S4 for Poppy QT. Level 4 for Akos. Level 2 for Mikhail. Gonna be level 3 as well, I'm sure. No. Rex, you should have shouted louder. This is all your fault.
Bulking up!
Ascending slowly to greatness.
Oh, Mikhail. Mikhail is a new weapon class. He is a Dark Element Infinity Fans. These are similar to Twin Rings, behaving identical in every single way except that the arts are made more tanky rather than healy. We have Open Fan, increasing damage from the front. Screw Cutter, increased damage to enemies targeting the user. Increased damage to beasts with Cross Edge. And Brave Wing, which increases aggro. Blech, I had a burp. We'll go ahead and equip these three for right now. Rex and Morag are similarly good picks. Morag's arts for Mikhail are Albatross Cut, increased damage to enemies targeting the user. 2,000 Wings, increased damage to beasts. Blackwing Dance, increasing damage dealt from the front, and Stoking the Fire, a rare healing art on Morag that makes sense to have because Mikhail is a tank blade and not a healer blade, thus causing her to not get aggro penalties. Mikhail's Infinity Fans cannot be customized, just like all other Tornin blades. Even if he is a Blade Eater and is unique in that way, he can't do that. His skills are focused heavily on max affinity. You want a Hunter's Chemistry on one of your other blades, and I would recommend both Affinity Max Attack and Affinity Max Evade. The third one can just be a standard indoor/outdoor attack up. Nice filler for when you have nothing else going on. His field skills are Dark Mastery, Salvaging Mastery, got some utility there, if somehow salvaging is not done yet, and Ancient Wisdom, used in quite a few skill checks all around the world, especially in side quests. His bottom stats are 25% more physical defense, 30% more ether defense, and Mithra, and 15% more agility. All in on that tanking, good stats, makes him good at tanking on pretty much any driver. His favorite pouch items.
Having this makes me real happy.
Smells great. This is the best.
Mikhail's absolute favorites, a bunch of crap you don't care about.
This is just the thing. Yeah, you got taste.
Mikhail, time to beat up your old boss. Seems like we're always showing off how something works against this fight. It's fine. Like I said, I'm not too fond of the battle itself anyway. Mikhail! His first battle skill, Dimensional Fold! He wants to get into Petroka's Dimensional Fold. Increases aggro every second. It's not great, it's the same bad skill that we've seen in other tanks, but it grabs the attention of a whole group right off the bat. His level 1 special is Crow Beat, an ether one-hit attack with 5 radius, and it increases aggro on the enemy that hits. Level 2, Crow Feather. A quick ether one-hit attack, super fast, has some radius to it, and it increases damage dealt to launched enemies. He can actually make use of that effect because of how fast the effect comes out. How often do you ever see that where increased damage to launched enemies is something that you would want to do other than just, you know, smashing them? Granted, Rex and Morag have the two best Smash Arts in the game, so maybe you still don't want to because those are the two drivers he should be on, but still. Level 3. Oh, that is cool. Final Crow. 1 hit, 5 radius, 50% critical chance increase, pierce damage on a non-story blade, increased damage to enemies targeting user. Reliable effect, good damage.
I'm going all in.
Moving on to phase 2, with him grabbing aggro right off the bat, we have Dimensional Wrinkle. Increases evasion at max affinity. So no matter his evasion, he gets 45% more of it when this is maxed out. Combining that with being on Morag and Mithra being on Rex, if you want to use them in tandem with one another, and he's so strong. You never have to worry about this guy dying. And that's in addition to his healing art that he gets on Morag. His third and final battle skill, if Malice ever wants to just rush over here and not hang out on the other side of an air hanger, but waiting for us to beat him up. Gravity Pinwheel, chance of blowdown upon being struck by an enemy. This affects the whole party too. Situationally godlike. If an enemy can be blown down, it slows them down, a lot, or it knocks them off a cliff. Downside is you have to take damage to not do it, and he's evasion based. One of the reasons why you might not want to have Mithra or have him have aggro.
Good one.
Let's dance. Step to the beat.
Plus, you're in the post game and have lots of evasion on everyone. Let's be real! Level 4, Ultimate Crow. Ether, 10 hit attack, 40% critical chance increase, blowdown on some hits but not others. It's kind of weird because not many other specials are that way. This is the highest damage of any of his moves. If you just want really high damage, getting the enemy's attention, there you are. He is truly in a class of his own. He's a fantastic tank sporting the highest DPS in the class, far outclassing even Bridget.
Don't miss the chance.
Hit it, no.
Just die, will ya?
Ouch, Mikhail, that was mean. You used to love this guy. You used to follow him. You're a big fan of his work.
Gotta take those chances.
He might seem at first like he would have poor damage due to having no skills that buff it, but his arts have good effects, specials are impressive, and he's got 3 Aux cores to make up for that weakness. Once his affinity gets going, his evasion is nuts, and he can even be completely unhittable with the right teammates. His only bad part is that he isn't great in chain attacks, and he's got a low crit rate for life. But that can again be fixed with the right teammates who increase critical chance, like Fiora or Numa. His only driver combo access is unfortunately Break on Nia, who he should never be equipped to, and that healing art that he has on Morag is also on Nia similarly. Due to him being a tank, it's a rare time where I can actually say healing and tanking pairs well for once.
Get him, Nia.
On it.
Have at you, cur.
Perdino laying on the insults too!
Get him, Nia.
On it. One hit kill or something.
I didn't know she said that. One hit kill or something. Good line from Xenoblade 1.
Magnificent. Enemy down.
Ooh, Newt getting the kill. Nice. The last point that I have to talk about during the main story. What were Pyra and Mithra saying at the end? I presented my theory for it being hello, I'm Pyra. We know it's either hello, I'm Pyra or hello, Rex. Or hello, I'm Mithra, because the one that you chose is the one who speaks up at the end and greets him. It's up to the audience to interpret it. I've told you that I'm personally in the hello, I'm Pyra camp because it means their sacrifice had a cost. It is a little more bittersweet that way, but personally, I think her and Rex probably ended up still hooking up, despite the fact they didn't remember it. I don't think that would have really affected things in the long run. It just would have meant that, hey, they had to do a little bit more work to get back to that point. But you want to know what's even weirder about this? There must be an internal canon record of what she is saying. This is the only moment in the whole game where they went out of their way to edit the mouth movements from Japanese to English. Because this is the only time they went out of their way to reanimate something like this, I think that means that their lip movements have importance. I think with this evidence, we can look into their lip flaps and expect to find something. Their lip flaps move far too many times for it to be hello Rex. I'm not the best at reading lips, but if we watch all 4 versions of the lip flap, in total we have 4 complete mouth movements. That doesn't fit hello Rex, but it does fit hello I'm Pyra, as you can say hello by just opening your mouth once, and that counts out to 4. The animations between the English Pyra and English Mithra is identical, which the 3rd syllable would be the only difference between those two. In Japanese, however, whatever they're saying in Japanese, I don't know what the script says. We have wildly different animations between the 2 of them, and I think that debunks Hello Rex pretty soundly, because why would they have wildly different mouth movements for that if they weren't saying anything different? There's also the fact that their Japanese names are Hamura and Hikari, which would also be much more different than Pyra and Mithra. I can't confirm that it is that. It might be something else entirely than what's written in the script, but if it is one of the 2 things that was written in the script, I think it's pretty safe to say that it's Hello, I'm Pyra / Mithra. I think that's as exhaustive of a look at this as we can give with the currently available evidence. It's possible that something might come out in the future that contradicts this, but this is the one that I think is most probable with everything that has been seen. Whether you agree or disagree with me on this, I hope you appreciated the amount of information that went into this. And now, we're done with the main story, at least. But because it's the game that won't die. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, we are playing the post-game of New Game Plus. See you guys then! Someday I will rest again. And on that day, I will have all the rest!
I wanna tell you how I feel inside for you. I want you to know.
Think you can take me?